WWE 2K26 is right around the corner, everyone, and there's so much to go on ahead and speculate about and talk about, but we have heard nothing from 2K yet. But one thing that I feel that needs to happen this year is that we need to get a statement game with 2K26. And with the statement game, I think that you need to go on ahead and hammer down the word freedom. Over the last couple years, when we got the refresh in 2K22, we've had to go on ahead and lock up opponents to get certain things done, and Irish whip and things like that. And I'm personally hoping that that's not the only option, to go on ahead and Irish whip an opponent or do certain moves, right? I think that that needs to slowly change, even if there's an option where you have a toggle button or something along with the word B or O on PlayStation and Xbox that you can trigger the lockup. Or if I want to go an Irish whip, I can just go and hit B as I was able to back in the past. And this to me isn't the biggest of my concerns, but I would be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't mention it, because there's so many complaints of this that I've gotten in the comments over the last few years, where you guys feel that gameplay is limiting you in certain ways that the last engine did it. So I have to go on ahead and mention that. But before we dive deeper, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned, as we're giving away a couple of WWE 2K26 copies. And the way to do that is by subscribing. That's the way to win. And make sure you guys go on ahead and do that for me, because we are trying to hit 25,000 subscribers before the release of 2K26. Let's go on ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go. Aside from the lockups and everything, right? WWE 2K26 also needs to continue adding to gameplay. Now, over the last couple years, we've gotten some really nice improvements, such as the blood. The blood being around the mat and making it a mess around the ring is a huge addition. And I think that things like that need to continue being added to continue feeling the freedom in these games. Barricade diving, that's something that I didn't think would make it in, but it did make it in, and that's a super fun thing that we're able to do. And just certain things have been great for this game over the last couple years, but there needs to be more. And when I say more, it's the ladder matches. The ladder matches allow me to move around and place ladders, but it doesn't allow me to place ladders wherever exactly I want to go on ahead and place them. And that to me is just a red flag in my opinion. I think that I should be able, in this day and age, place my ladders wherever I want and just allow me to do moves that we see on WWE TV. We're seeing ladders get put in between ropes and in between the ladders and just crazy spots off of it. I want to be able to do that in my WWE video game, and just being able to emulate it and make those spots happen inside the game. And I think that that's an aspect that we've been missing for a pretty long time. I want to see things like that get in there and improve over the next couple years if it's not coming to 2K26. But right now I'm trying my best to talk about 26, because again, I feel that this needs to be a really big game. You guys put your thoughts in the comments, and you guys let me know, hey, you know, this is frustrating, and you know, I don't think I'm playing this year. But the reality is, a lot of you guys are playing, and you guys are looking forward and expecting change in this next year's game, and that's just the reality of it. A lot of you guys that sit around and say, oh, I'm not getting this game, you guys are the first ones to pre-order, and that's okay, because I sit here and advocate for change, but I also get the game as well, because I love wrestling games and I like what they've been doing with the franchise. But it's okay to go on ahead and ask for more, even if you like what's being put out. And I think that 2K26 needs to be more than what 25 and 24 have been, because 24 was really huge steps towards what a lot of people want. We got new match types, we got lots of gameplay features and things that changed, and 25 just added on to that. But 26 not only needs to add on to that, it needs to feel different. And the freedom aspect of being able to do whatever is what's going to make the game feel different to me, in my opinion. Being able to stack tables and ignite the top table on fire like we used to be able to do in the past, that needs to happen in this year's game. That needs to be a thing. There's a lot of features and gameplay features, even though we've gotten a lot of new ones and we've gotten things that we thought were going to take a little bit longer to come back. There's a lot of things that we've also lost as well throughout the years, throughout different gameplay engines and mechanics and things like that. And stack tables 100% needs to make a comeback. That's like at the top of my list when it comes to gameplay. I love the stack table, bro. Being able to stack tables wherever you want and do suplexes and jump off the ladder. There's nothing better than that, in my opinion, bro, when playing a WWE game and trying to get a spot done. I mean, I love doing spots in these games, and the ability to go on ahead and do that is what I need. And just looking at more just environmental stuff in this game, the steel steps allow me to do more than just hit somebody. Earlier in the year, it was discovered that there's some slight physics with the steel steps, and I think they need to go on ahead and continue going up on that. Allow us to powerbomb someone into the steel steps, and for us to see the wrestlers react to getting hit with a powerbomb off the steel steps. We just saw John Cena attitude adjustment Gunther off of the steel steps into an announce table. Allow me to do stuff like that too. There's a lot of things, man, that I think that the freedom aspect, it needs to come in desperately in 2K26. Again, over the last couple of years, I love certain things that they've done with the gameplay and what they've added to the gameplay, but I certainly want to feel like I can do whatever I want to do. And again, we're going to keep hammering that point in, because I think that that's what the game is missing to make every match that you play feel different. Sometimes I feel like I can get burnt out because of the experience with the matches. Certain things feel the same, certain things don't feel as different, and I think that giving us total freedom outside and inside the ring would make those matches better. And just going into different match types, right? The casket, the ambulance match, things like that, even ladder matches. Give us certain things that we can do to end the matches. More freedom, right? Allow us to go on ahead and end the match with a casket finisher, because sometimes we just don't want to play with the minigame. And the minigame is another talk for another day, right? Because the minigame to me is something that 100% needs to change and needs to be refreshed in WWE 2K26. I won't say much more on it, but I'm sure that they know this, because so many players and creators, including myself, have advocated for new minigames, for ladder matches, casket matches, and ambulance matches. It's just something that needs to change for the future and for the betterment of the game. In the end, WWE 2K26 needs to become what everybody wants it to become. And I'm not talking about a story designer mode. I'm not talking about a mode that we need. I feel that there's enough depth with certain things in this game that we just need to just improve on the gameplay aspect and being able to do more things aspect. I want to see universe mode improved, of course. I want to see the island improved, even if some of you guys don't. I want to see my faction improved. I want to see all of that improved. Don't get me wrong. But I think that gameplay needs to continue becoming a priority like it has over the last couple years, and it needs to just be a bigger priority. Make gameplay really, really stand out in 2K26. And again, this isn't a wish list, because at this point, if I'm doing a wish list for 2K26, at this point, might as well chalk it up for 2K27. But in 2K26, man, I think that freedom needs to be the biggest point that we hammer down. And I'm really excited and looking forward to what they may have cooking for WWE 2K26. We haven't heard much yet, but I think that we're going to hear something soon, because at this point, the game always comes out around March, at least the last couple years. So we're almost there, y'all. We just got to hang on tight, and we're going to hear about the new game soon. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.